Hey there, I'm Rena, owner and designer at the Rustic Horseshoe. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a bandana for your Pudgy Plushie. That could be your Nutty Nag, your Keen Canine, Charismatic Cat, Blissful Bovine, just pretty much any of the Pudgy Plushies except for the ones like the elephant and the hippo that are a little bit wider. You could adjust the pattern to fit it, but it's not initially designed to fit it quite that wide. But you can see here, it's just a Velcro closure. You can make it double-sided, so you could have it reversible and have a completely different fabric on the other side because it is double-sided. So you can either do the same fabric on both sides or a different fabric on each side. And then I'll show you real quick how it fits here. So again, it's just a cute little accessory for most of my Pudgy Plushies. So gather up the fabrics you want and let's make a bandana. So you're going to have two panels of fabric. They can be the same fabric or different, so it could be reversible. You're going to place them right sides together. And again, if you missed it, you get the the templates off of my website. The link is in the description below. All right, so pin it together. We're going to leave a gap from about here to here. Alright, so we're going to stitch using a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around and leave that gap open for turning. Clip the corners out just to have a little cleaner on the inside so it's not so bulky. Clip the curves. It's not necessary to do the notches. You can just do the snips. The notches are just kind of a little extra. But it works just fine without doing that extra step to notch it. Just the straight line would be fine. On the corner, you make sure you clip it really well there so it turns nicely. Okay, so it looks something like that, inside out with the curves clipped. And you have this part open for turning. So you can use forceps or a chopstick works as well to help you turn this right side out. And then just press the seams out from the inside as much as you can. Or from the inside to the outside. Okay. And then fold in the opening. And it will kind of naturally fold at that 1/4 inch seam allowance from one end to the other, but you do have a little bit of a curve here. So take your time and fold it in, line it up. And then because it's on the curve, putting some pins in it helps just hold everything in place for a moment. Okay, so I'm going to iron it real quick just to help with the seams. And then after ironing it, top stitch it using an 1/8 inch seam allowance, just right along the edge of the seam there. Looks something like this. And it's reversible. I use the same fabric for both sides, but you can easily use 2 different fabrics. I'm using a ultra thin Velcro, that they're double-sided Velcro for doll clothes. That works great for this. You can also just use a regular Velcro, and that will work fine as well. So make sure you have the hook and the loop sides facing out, one on each side, so of course it will attach. And on one end, attach the loop side. And then on the opposite end, making sure that it folds over to attach, so it's not going to be on the same side. It'll be the opposite side and the opposite end. Put the hook side and sew that in place. And when I sew the Velcro in place, I just sew along the edges all the way around. So now you have the Velcro closure, easy peasy, and you have your finished bandana.